Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. On this channel I cover everything to do with university life, nursing school and international student experiences. So if this would be something that you'd be interested in, definitely hit the subscribe button and join the family. So university is actually getting closer and closer, and this week I'm going to be speaking to you about what to do in the first week when university starts. There's a few fundamental things that you need to get right to ensure that you have a good semester, that it starts off on a good starting point, because I believe how you start something will determine how it ends. Obviously, if you've got a good start, it should end in a good note. So before we even get to the first week, there's 4 things that you should have done before you've even started your first week of university. The first main one is, I've been pushing it over and over and over again, you should be registered. Once you're registered, you will have access to many other things that are going to be helpful for you during your first year, your first week, etc. Second thing is, if you are moving places, for example, you're moving provinces, or you're just moving areas a few hours away from home, you need to have moved into your new place. You want to avoid doing this during your first week, because during your first week there's a lot of information that is going to be thrown at you, and you don't want to be having added stress of moving in, where am I going to be staying, stuff that you need to buy and that sort of thing. So all of that stress should have been done already. So you should be moved in, you're comfortable, you know where your desk is, you know how to move around your area, you know people that stay with you. And if you are not moving, you need to ensure that you've created a conducive area for learning in the home that you're going to be doing your online learning. Next week I'm going to be doing a video covering on how to create this conducive space for learning. The third thing that you should have done is you should have attended orientation. I know with some universities they're merging orientation and first week into one. Whatever the system is at your university, please make sure that you have attended orientation. This will just give you information of how the campus works, how to interact with the university e-learning systems, online library, etc. Most universities, they do offer training sessions for how to access the e-learning platforms, how to register, how to access the library. Please do visit your university websites, YouTube channels. Some are even doing TikTok. So definitely visit those social media platforms. They'll just give you a lot of information about how to access different things on your university. It also help you to interact with other students that are also coming to the university for the first time. And the last thing that you should have done before you've even entered first week is to buy all your stationery supplies. So this counts as just the general stationery, your pens, pencils, exam pads, files, folders, and all of that. You should have already started buying your textbooks. Like I mentioned in my previous videos, you need to have started talking to people that are either in higher classes or higher year levels in the same course that you're doing. They will give you information on what textbooks you need to buy, what supplies you need to buy, etc. If you're doing nursing this year, definitely go down in the description box. I've definitely given you all the list and possible places where you can find all this stuff for nursing, but you should have started buying your stuff already. If you haven't bought your textbooks, that's still fine. You can wait until the first week so that your lecturers can let you know what textbooks to buy, because sometimes you cannot always find people that are in older years than you. But definitely your stationery, you need to have bought that. So we've covered all those 4 things that you need to have done before your first week. Let's get into the things you need to be doing in your first week. The first one is get organized. I believe I preach this point every time I do a video on this channel. Being organized, honestly, it will save you a lot of headaches and heartache. The first thing you need to get organized with is your timetable. During your first week, the different modules that you are going to be doing for the year, they'll be sending you emails, timetables of when your classes are. So each module will have a different day, they'll have a different time and that sort of thing, and you just need to merge all those things together. Once you have merged all your different modules and their times together, you need to create a routine or a schedule including all that stuff that is going to be happening during your working hours and things that are outside your working hours. So if you know that your classes are starting from 8:30 and they end at 4:30, you need to know in between when are you going to be taking your breaks, when are you going to be eating, when are you going to be studying, etc, etc. And then outside of that, you need to know what time are you waking, what time are you doing your exercises, what time are you going to have fun time, self-care, and that sort of thing. So once you have your timetable together, it will just help you to create a schedule and routine for the rest of your life, because unfortunately everything is going to be centered around your school. So you need to make sure that you know what's happening with your school and then schedule everything else outside of that. After you have your dates for your timetable, you're going to get dates for your tests, assessments, projects, etc. This is when you need to update your planner and calendar. So you can do it in your calendar, which is usually like your A5, A4 size, or you can use an A3 or even A4 spreadsheet for the month, or you can use Google Calendar, or I can use a combination of all of them, which is what I do. I have a separate planner where I put all my dates and stuff like that. Then I've got a A4 sized calendar that goes in front of my computer so I can see it while I'm doing my work. So I have like a mental reminder of like, okay, this is what's supposed to be happening. And then I also have it on Google Calendar so that when I'm outside of my home and someone wants to make plans with me or something pops up in an email, I can quickly edit into my Google Calendar and I already know what else is happening during that time, so that I do not have clashes or have to wait till I get home so I can see my calendar and stuff like that. So you must just make sure that you have something that is mobile and something that stays at home, but you must make sure that you're constantly updating whatever different tactics that you're going to be using to keep track of your dates. The third thing is, for me personally, the fun part is organizing your stationery. So this is when you start labeling your expendable files, your lever arch files, making sure that each module has got a separate color, it's got a separate filing system. So for me, just the whole color scheme is very, very important. It just makes things easier for me. So whenever I'm taking notes, I need to make sure I'm sticking with that color. I know it's a bit tedious and a bit too much for everyone else, but for me, it just works. It just makes me know that this color is for this module and just helps me focus. Whatever system you're going to be creating, you need to start putting it together and filing it, making sure that you have easy access to everything, because by the end of the first week, you should have a rounded knowledge of what's going to be going on during the semester, so that you can organize your stuff, so that you can use it effectively and create a proper system that's going to work for you for the rest of the semester. And the last thing is, you need to know what is expected of you from each module. Most modules, they'll give you a module guide where they'll break down that by the end of the semester, this is what you need to know. These are the topics that we're going to be covering. It just helps you to know what the expectations are from that module, how much work you need to put in, any extra resources that you might need to get, so that you can plan out your things in advance. If you're a person that likes to work ahead and you don't really want to wait for the lecturers, or you just work fast and that sort of thing, it will give you a map of what's going to be happening during the course of the year, so that you can move forward, or if you need to catch up, you know what you're catching up and that sort of thing. So after getting organized is, you need to make friends. Obviously, you probably would have started making friends during orientation, or just when you're interacting with students online, when you've made the decision that you're going to university and that sort of thing. It is very good to make friends, especially those that are within your module, within your course and within the same year level. It will just help you to have someone else in the same module that understands the struggles that you're going through, and you guys can share information. You can even start a study group, or if you miss a day because you're sick, you have someone who can keep you accountable and they can help you catch up and that sort of thing. Also, you can't operate as an island. You need friends that are going to be there, even if it's just to rant about what happened at work, what happened at school, or that really annoying lecturer that's just giving you a lot of stress. It's just really good to have someone that's going to be helping you out with the whole adjustment of first year. And then also, it's also good to have friends from other modules. It will just help you to learn things outside of your own module. They can give you extra information. And I know with the nursing module, there is a module called HDP where you interact with other students from other faculties, from other courses. So like us as nurses, we interacted with dietitians, with physiotherapists, occupational therapists, and that sort of thing. Eventually you end up working with them in a hospital setting, but it's just good to start interacting with them in that sort of aspect. You also interact with some natural medicine students. It will just help you to have more information on how you can help your patients. The fourth thing is attend first year functions. Unfortunately, with online things, it's not really as a big deal as in previous years where there was first year bash, first year parties, and all of that jazz. But I know with most universities, they're providing online things that you can go view as a first year. Most universities have got YouTube channels now where you can go and live stream, different programs that they've created for the first year. So you do learn your campus through virtually seeing it. You learn about different participants, different leaders, and their roles within the university, so that you know a lot more about your university. But unfortunately, you guys will not have the experience of being physically on campus and seeing everyone. You will eventually see it as you go back in and out during the whole phased in period. But please do attend those functions on the online platforms. It will just help you learn about your university, even though it's virtual and you don't have that hands-on experience, but it is better than nothing. Please be aware that first year is going to be messy. There's going to be a lot of information thrown at you, and you're going to be so confused and overwhelmed because you don't know what to do with this information, or it's just a lot. Just relax and calm down. We're all going through it. First year, the lecturers themselves, they're finding their feet because sometimes there's new lecturers coming in, or lecturers from different year levels are learning how to deal with different year levels and that sort of thing. So everyone is busy adjusting to the beginning of semester. There's new rules that are coming in, COVID, there's always stuff going on. So just relax. Everyone is just going through it, or we don't know half the stuff that's going on with the university right now. So just relax, okay? Things will work out, they will come into place eventually. That's why it is very important to have other students within your year course, so that you guys can work together, you can help one another understand the information, so that you're not feeling so alone. But don't worry, it will get better. I know it's stressful and just like, oh my goodness, what's going on? The system sometimes will even crash on you, emails will not come. There's just going to be a lot that's going to be happening. But like I mentioned in my previous videos, if you know who your go-to people are, you can email them and they can help you out. But don't stress, hey, it's all going to be well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and you're going to be helped out. If you need more information on surviving first year, you can definitely hit me up on all my social media platforms, or even down below in the comments, and I can definitely help you out, so that I can just help you relax, because I know it's not easy, it's stressful, but that's why I'm here. That's why I created this channel, so that I could help all of you out. So thank you so much for watching this video. Until next Friday, I will see you then. Thank you. Bye.